on this Friday evening.
I can't do it in just now.
Reaction. Well, I'm Johnny Fesky and I have Big Lala right here with me. It's been a good day. No, we gave you Gusto New Music Friday earlier today.
JMF, yeah.
And Lala said the person that's been delaying that is Shay. Shay's not around today. So we came through. You saw us. Thank you guys for always standing by us. Thank you for always coming through for us. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. We love you and we truly appreciate all of you. We got the baddest on the table today. Davido, Baba Eli, Baba Ifeanyi, Baba Imade. Like she would always say.
Baba one other one like that, we never know.
Never. That one no.
You know sure.
No sure. That
Okay.
one no sure.
Right.
Davido has I don't know if I would say has he had a smooth year for you? Looking from January till this is September almost ending.
Well, I think I've said before that he hasn't had the best of his year personally. Like he hasn't been obviously there are things that have happened like the Obama incident and some other personal issues with him. But musically he hasn't really had the best of yet. His peers have gone on to win outside of the country, break new boundaries, and he hasn't done any of that this year. So a lot of people, including myself, felt at one point that David is dropping behind on the league table, if you say that. So he's losing some points. That's what.
Well, he dropped the album last year a better time and dropped a few videos of that this year.
Yeah.
But then again, he's been on more collaborations this year, and there was a particular tweet that came up I think a few days back about Apple Music. Davido has been, we know that anytime Davido jumps on a song or he drops a song on Apple Music, it's going to get to the top. And then this particular person say Davido becomes the first artist to have 5 songs go number 1 on Apple Music Nigeria this year. The first one being K-Star, Focalistic, and himself. What's the title of the song?
K-Star
with
remix.
Focalistic. Focalistic, the South African guy.
Yeah.
This was the first ever song that went on number 1 for Davido this year.
Yeah,
I don't know, is that some sort of leverage that Davido is as big, or it just happened naturally because the song is a good song?
No, the song was a good song. Let's not lie. It was bubbly. It was something people enjoyed listening to. Focalistic came in with his Amapiano vibe. David was impressive on that. Better. So that period, it was like to the start of the year, and it looked like David was going to begin something dope from that start of the year. But yes, that song did go number 1 for a couple of, I think a week or thereabouts around that period, and it did well.
And then the next one is For You with Tenny. Tenny dropped the album, Wonderland album, and this seems to be like the welcoming track, and I think the only collaboration
on the album.
About 17 tracks album. Davido seemed to be the only collaboration.
Yeah, this one, the story for this was even mad. Like I loved Tenny's persistence to get Davido on the track. She said she followed David all around. Was he somewhere on the island? They just blocked him like, you must be on my album, and they made it. And that song, indeed, at that time when it dropped, it was one of the biggest songs in the country. It was really huge. I loved it as well. So
can we even say that this song is like the biggest song of the album Tenny dropped?
Of course, it's the biggest. There's no other song that has matched that song, this particular song from David. Even in terms of numbers, this song has done way better than any other song on the album.
Well, moving on to the next one.
I remember when this one dropped, I was scatter myself. But it was just a vibe. Like it was a street thing and it was a fast-paced thing. A lot of people thought Davido was not needed. But then he did his beat, Miyokun did his thing, Zlatan did his thing, and it was a good song as well.
So can we say that this Cho song now, looking at how the acceptance and how people related with it, was it the Davido influence that got it to number 1 on Apple Music?
Well, then again, if it's really a Davido influence, right, it should stay at that number 1 spot more than the time it spent. I don't think
about 3 days.
Yes, I don't think he spent a week max on that number 1. For You by Tenny as well, there was a lot of competition, didn't spend as much. K-Star, I think, is one that spent the most. Somebody Baby, I think briefly was on there as well at number 1 spot. It wasn't like for a long period.
And then the last one that just happened recently, Davido and Adekunle Gold. First off, I've been hearing a lot of people say that Davido is not needed on this song and all of that.
Hi?
Yeah, people say that.
Wow.
Do you think Davido was needed or not?
Of course not. If there was no Davido, would the song ever touch number one? Do you think?
So
It's
Davido
close now. Adekunle Gold, my G, but he hasn't had a number one
Yeah,
song.
he
on
tried
Apple
so
Music.
so much with Sinner.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
get it.
I
He
mean,
got
that
to
was
top 5.
that was very close. That
yeah,
was very
it
close. But on High, he himself said that the day he recorded, I saw a throwback video when they were vibing to
Yeah.
it. Because this day he knew that he had a hit on his hand. I mean, they believe you give your content. I mean, somehow it brings it to life and it starts doing well. When it first came out, although I didn't like the song, I didn't expect that this song was going to be ever number one on Apple Music in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised when it did, and how else could they have done it? A bit of Davido's influence, and the people who like the song. High is being played almost virtually on every radio station. The promo is mad for High. I think it's just Adekunle is finally getting it right. Although he always wants his promo, he always does the right things. In fact, even till date, Adekunle Gold will still send.
Yeah, he did last week.
Yeah, he will still send a broadcast. Some people, some work is where I get from one of them they listen to me right now. One problem is where I get from my contact. You know they send WhatsApp of your own song when you don't release them. Now beg they always beg them. But Adekunle Gold that is already at the high level. He still does the basics. Him, Black Bones and Co.
Even the love letter thing he does, email thing, he still sends.
And that's smart. I mean, he's been trying different ways, and finally he got one with High featuring.
Now, if you look at this is like Adekunle Gold moving on from the AG Baby, the old Sinner, it's what it is vibe. So should we say that Adekunle Gold should keep up with this new style?
Well, the thing I have to say is, you see, when people were criticizing and saying, "Oh, Adekunle Gold has completely changed his style. He doesn't used to be like this." I mean, his manager came out and went like, "He's moving on to better things." But let's be honest. High is not the usual Adekunle Gold song.
It's not.
It's a fuse of a little bit of amapiano, right?
Yeah.
Even there's a bit of pop in there. It gives you vibes of Adekunle Gold and who was it? Kiss Daniel, Joey. Gives you that kind of vibes. I mean, that period, Adekunle Gold and Kiss Daniel, when they had Joey, that was the mad jam.
It was.
That jam did not even do half of what was meant to do.
I swear.
And it's like, okay, let me just fuse a bit, a bit of the new style and the old style. At first, it looked confusing to me. I thought, okay, fine, if you want to be A, be A, if you want to be B, B. But then again, you can be A and B, and maybe fuse a bit of both together and see what you can.
One can actually tell that this song is an old song. It's not.
No, I don't think it's particularly old though. I think he recorded it. Well, he said December 2020. I need to check his page. He posted a video,
2020 now.
Well, you see, all those periods are still in new era.
Because of this, a lot of people have been talking online saying, is this actually worth celebrating? The old Davido making the top 5, Focalistic, Tennis for You, Cho, Somebody Baby, Is it worth celebrating actually?
Well, it's a feat that no one has done before, and if anyone's celebrating it, it's fair game. 5 times.
Yeah.
Some might say, "Oh, but he was a featured artist on all these."
People have been saying that.
But then also, what if he wasn't on it? Would these songs ever hit that spot? And let's not forget, Apple Music Nigeria only has, I think, less than 400,000 people. As at this moment, 500,000 people max.
It's growing.
It's growing. But that's still a tiny drop in the ocean of people that stream music in Nigeria.
True.
Because there's still YouTube users, there's YouTube Music, there's Spotify who just came into the country.
Yeah.
There's Boomplay who have a large market share. True. Every Android, Techno, and Infinix one has Boomplay pre-installed. True. That's a huge market share. So for me, because we don't have that one central chatting system, people will take their big wins off this because it's pretty hard to make that number one spot. Very, very hard. It's not easy. Even Burna Boy with Question, as you know, hit number one. It will bother him a bit, whether you like it or not.
Jazzy.
Imagine a Burna Boy and the Don Jazzy on the track, and they don't make number one. Even Wiz at a point when Essence was not even doing it and was not making that number one spot. Of course, his fans would not be able to say anything about it. They will only just relax and say, "Oh, but the album had been there." You get, but the album was even in the country. The album was always charting. So it's because it's hard to do. Then yes, I would say yes, it's worth celebrating. But then again, if you look at it very well, I would personally, if I was a serious human being, if I was Davido, I would not celebrate it because, well, fine, K-Star was there for a while.
Yeah.
For you, was there for a while. Cho was brief.
Just over the weekend.
Somebody was brief.
True.
High just made it. I really wish High can stay there for at least a week because we know that Peru can come back anytime.
Bloody Samaritan.
Bloody Samaritan.
They are aiming for number one. Yeah, actually, it's number 2 right now.
They are relentless with that promo. Relentless. There's also no major song dropped today per se. Yeah. There's even David on another song. Yeah. There's Bonner on another song.
True.
So all these things can still change tomorrow. You never know. So I don't think it's something. It's fine. It's something noteworthy. Yeah. But I think they need to have their heads screwed on and be like, Davido's next single has to be the one to do the work. He has to really bank, and he has to be. He has to go on there.
So what do you expect from Davido moving forward? Should he drop he's promised us an album? He's promised new songs, but then they are not forthcoming. Collaborations.
With this thing that they just came up with now, I don't know who was it, 49th Street or something.
49th Street.
Yeah. With this thing they came up with now, it's added pressure to David, because by the time you are going to drop your first single of the year, if you know hit that number 1 spot, you know voila. Because people be like, okay, so that means perhaps it wasn't because of you, it was on there. But it's something noteworthy now that we know that somebody can hit the number 1 spot 5 times in a year, and it's Davido.
Yeah.
Let's see what the others can come up with. At least they can. 30BG can use that to brag. So you do.
All right, now let us know, guys, what you think in the comment section. Davido 5 songs this year, number 1 on Apple Music. Is it worth celebrating? Like I said, it's not a bad one, but then Davido shouldn't rely on this and drop your single. Guys, drop your comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this one. Here to reply to some of your comments, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Gusto Reactions come Monday. Enjoy your weekend.
Peace out.